see what they want to do with this Centaur as well as the Marana. You know, you've got your lockdown in the arrow as well as the hoof stomp. Usually you can use that in conjunction with one more stun if you have it, and which is a good one. You know, the Sinister Gaze, you draw into the arrow. You've got the Frost Blast as well as the Shield. Shield is good on the Jug if you go that direction. Jug is always nice here with the Lich. So we'll see if that's what they want to do in the safe lane. As for mid, TA still available.
10 seconds remaining.
But I don't know if you're going to look to pick that against the Kunkka already.
Radiant team picked.
And they go Bloodseeker on Vici. So now you've got Rupture available, Bloodripe for the silence. You know, things should be pretty good here for Bloodseeker, especially if you're letting yourself get too low on Look for Smile, which may be easy when you've been decayed a couple times.
Vici Gaming's turn.
Look for Smile, they go Ember. So this is going to give more opportunity to the arrow. You've got mobility, you've Searing Chains. I really like the Ember. Early Ags, I'm a fan of as well. Always quite nice to see the Ember be mobile and have that lockdown, help out the team. He's going to be potentially your mid.
10 seconds
I think we've only seen him mid throughout the group stage.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
I ban the CK here. Want to get rid of that stun, get rid of the reality rift, the fight potential here. OD getting banned as they need a mid for Vici. They could take the TA themselves if they really wanted to go that direction. Maybe we see Death Prophet again. Who knows? But it'll be a first pick here in the fifth phase, or a fifth pick for Look for Smile. So let's see what they want to do and where they're going to end up putting this Ember, how they're going to go about this this lineup. So we've got a lot of time to think about it. They could maybe go, I don't know if I like the Death Prophet here.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
And they go Jug. I talked about that earlier. The potential at Jug. That puts Ember mid, Jug safe lane. You'll have the Frost Shield to work with for the Jug. Centaur, you know, he'll have it as well. If he gets a Blink Dagger, Blink with the Frost Shield on you. Hoof Stomp, Double Edge. Like, it's a good combination. I like it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, final pick here from Vici. We'll see what they go with. They'll go Axe. So Kunkka will be mid, not off lane. And it will be Yang back on the Axe. Paparazzi playing that Bloodseeker, DY on the Undying, PYW on the Rubik, Ori on the Kunkka. And then off lane Centaur, mid Ember, safe lane Jug, 4 position Marana, 5 position Lich. So, I mean, I do like Vici's lineup. Early with the help of the Undying, with the Decay, you know, the catch potential with PYW and Ori on the Rubik and the Kunkka, as well as that axe, honestly. They really do have a lot here to, you know, catch anybody on Look for Smile who comes over their direction. So here we go, last match of the BO2s for today, the last game of them. But again, like I said, probably going to have some tiebreakers to follow this up. Whether or not they get broadcast is up in the air at the moment. Not entirely sure. If they don't get broadcast here, I'll probably broadcast them on my own channel. But again, I have to see what the deal is. So let's take a look. As over top, you will have the Bloodseeker coming in, at least by himself for now. This has been the play where you bring everybody else over bottom, secure these bounty runes, back off your Bloodseeker so he doesn't die, or back off your one so he doesn't die. If you catch first blood, then you get first blood, you get the bounties, and then you move somebody top, who will probably be DY.
Seconds to battle.
Sentry Ward, catch an Observer Ward, an easy early gold there for PYW.
The battle begins.
It should be 2 apiece. And they are moving the Undying top. So that, getting those decays out, having that early damage on Bloodseeker, and then eventually that Thirst. Really going to make this lane quite interesting, especially up against this Centaur. He's here with Zhuan. We'll see what they could do with the arrow, if anything. They don't have Hoof Stomp to start, though you use the Retaliate early. But again, it's just about getting those decay stacks and making it really hard to feel comfortable in this lane. Another decay comes out, arrow hits, but you've already used Retaliate, and now you might just be first blood. You need to be very careful here. Tango regen is value when you're down on your strength, down on your health, but not the best spot to be in. And he hit on both there? No. Just on the Centaur. Oh, he's south. That's for sure. He's only got 500 life, so this does make it very easy for the Bloodseeker. And now I say 500, I mean 420. And they'll secure the range creep. Something that has been talked about when you listen to someone like Jenkins on his stream. Shout out to Jenkins. So forcing the salve out on that Ember already. And level 2 will be the Blood Rage. No Thirst just yet. The decays were coming in, and now he's back to full strength. So back to 820 health. But it's good harassment. We'll see if they continue to do this as they try to line up the Mirana over mid.
Illusion.
They pick up the Illusion rune and now still trying to land an arrow to help out this mid lane and boost up this Ember. See how on target this Kunkka can be, or this Mirana can be. Won't hit the arrow, and that should be the Mirana going back, but we'll try to farm up this neutral camp and that lose Centaur just to continue to get decayed. He'll finally pop the retaliate, this time 10 stacks. But again, it's not easy to beat out this decay. Meanwhile, Axe getting really low over bottom. Almost ends up dying there, getting blasted by this switch as well as the jug. Couple heroes on the map sitting pretty low at the moment. You just can't sit that low this willingly. It puts you in a really bad spot. So SGR. I think if he gets hit by another Fadeball and potentially Battle Hunger, he might just be dead. But they've got the Telekinesis, doesn't stop the jug, looking for First Blood, but PYW gets it first. And then the trade of Yang. So, PYW getting First Blood is nice. Again, continuing to just kind of dominate these lanes and make it look relatively easy. Leading the CS, you're getting the First Bloods. Meanwhile, TP attempt, damage. Not there. From the Bloodseeker to grab a kill over towards top. You know, when you're CSing as well as Vici does and controlling the lanes the way they do, you do naturally just find yourself with a little bit of a lead due to the fact that you're denying farm with the 13 denies and gaining as much farm as you can, hitting every single last hit. That plus getting First Blood, controlling the bounty runes, you don't even need to get that many kills to exacerbate the problem here for LSF. And when you control these lanes as well as Vici do, you're only going to see the lead expand.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Retaliate gets popped. And just a little bit of damage being thrown back and forth. Yang ends up dying here. That is to the jug. But still, Ember getting beat over mid. Not by much though, and I think just leaving the lane puts him behind by a little bit. Look at where the Centaur is, 13-1. Not really able to stick in this lane, and yeah, forced to be put in a spot where you need to drag this creep wave.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And they're
attack.
gonna come moving for Ori. Or, well, the arrow is actually for the siege creep to make sure that they don't get this tower as easy.
Invisibility.
Now pick up the invis and we'll see what direction he's going to try and go in. Maybe to go after Dog here. As he's dragged this creep wave and, well, immediately cleaned up here by Ori. They've got the X. They'll have the boat. Hoof Stomp comes in, but I'm not certain that gets the kill. Hasn't thrown the Torrent, hasn't tried to lead it yet. And with the Tidebringer, really well done there by Ori to get a kill. And it just chases down the Centaur, who's had a lot of trouble. Call comes out, TP away from Yang. That'll be over to the Shrine as he'll heal up. Ori, though, going down top, just to kind of stay here. I don't know if he got greedy and stayed to just continue farming, but they brought 3 heroes.
Radiant's
And
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, Searing Chains, Arrow, Hoof Stomp. They don't even have Searing Chains yet, but they do have the Hoof Stomp with the potential for an Arrow. DY going down over bottom, but the chase is on for the Lich. They've got the Rupture out. And just the TP away. So Jug gets low and will take out the Lich. But all of a sudden, LFZ grab a couple of kills and they start to feel comfortable once again, although the net worth lead stays at about 1,000. Catch Ori, I feel was a bit uncommon there, or uncommon practice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're trying to clean up these creeps. Inside the jungle does so very quickly with the Tidebringer. Take a look over mid. They've got the X. They'll have the boat. And it'll land, but the Frost Shield is out. Torrent hits up as well, but no follow-up at all. They smoke off that, so you gotta wonder how willing they are to go in on this Kunkka. As now behind enemy lines, they've got the Rupture, and trying to run is the Lich. He's got the Sinister Gaze and will stand there, but that'll still be him dying. Remnant over, Stampede, slow him up. They've got a two-man hoof stomp. Arrow hits on the Bloodseeker. They'll get the kill. They'll look for more. Nice little combination to take out this Bloodseeker of Paparazzi. He comes in to get a kill, finds himself behind the tier 1 tower, ultimately ending up dying. Meanwhile, I wonder if it's Phase Boots first for the axe, or if he goes Blink Dagger. Call coming in. Arrow, though, following it up. They've got the Torrent as well as the boat. Could go wrong here for LSF. Or LFS. Not LSF. They'll go for more, taking out SGR. They'll get the dunk on Ajuan. 3 heroes dead. Remnant away from the Ember. But stolen Remnant forward. And another one. Keeping up. Doesn't have telekinesis for another 6 seconds, but has another Remnant. Has a Fade Bolt with the Torrent. They'll get the kill. That's going to be a 4th. Really well done there by PYW. Another member of what was Serenity during TI8.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As he and Jinkyu
Dire's top tower is under attack.
holding down the fort.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Although
attack.
well, maybe not. I guess
Radiant's
ZYD
bottom
is not
tower has fallen.
on here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thought he might have been playing.
Shadows take us.
So, all of a sudden, you know, it extends into 2,000 net worth lead, and
Scanning.
you really hope if you're LFS looking for Smile, if you can get something done, and that's getting something done as you take out the axe once again. Now the 3rd time that Yang has gone down.
Is under attack.
And with that, you're going to take a tier 1 tower if it's not contested.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
She continuing to put this pressure on, but they have paid for it a couple times, slowing down the farm of a couple of these heroes. They want this Blink Dagger on Yang so they can get some movement and control, which taking a lot of damage, I believe. Trying to run from PYW, but does have the help here of the Rubik. Omni Slash used. DY gets the kill. They'll use the Blade Fury. But can they stop the Jug? For a split second, he wasn't in the Blade Fury while he was TPing out. Might have been able to get the X, but focuses on the Ember. Vici now with the 9-7 lead. Try to stack for himself. Just continuing to farm, and with this little help here from Ori, Paparazzi will clean it up pretty quickly. Or actually, Ori will. Ori will take a big chunk of that gold, and he's trying to get this Radiance out. As off screen, Yang dies again for the 4th time, slowing down this Blink Dagger once more. So this game being kept close by Look for Smile. But the X, and there's the torn away. Knew he was X, knew he couldn't get out, but sometimes people panic.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yang
attack.
is considered just staying in the jungle and continuing to farm this Blink Dagger. Needing as many stacks as he can get, and they're trying to do as much as he can here to get the Blink Dagger so they have that mobility. Meanwhile, Searing Chains picked up by the Rubik. Some decent lockdown to go with Telekinesis. I'll help him farm a little bit. We're still trying to get this Radiance. Going into the Sacred Relic, trying to find it as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, I mean, you're opening up a lot of space here for the side of Looking for Smile, as they're set up under the noses of Ori and PYW. They'll try to get both. They've got the Hoof Stomp as well as the Chain Frost to get them to. And a quick 1-2 punch there coming out from Looking for Smile, as well as getting the Tombstone. So the rest of Vici are forced to leave, but it's a quick couple of kills there for the Radiant.
Never refuse gold given.
Does open up space though for this Axe to get that Blink Dagger, and he's finally finished it off. He picks up his own smoke too, so they definitely want to make a play with it once everybody's up. This could be the beginning of a lot of Vici movements following this up. Just has to go well once, and all of a sudden you can get the ball rolling here with the Axe.
Radiant are scanning.
Undying bottom.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Dead
attack.
once again. Jug comes over and
Radiant structures are
just
fortified.
blows up the Undying, who has felt really
Radiant's
really
middle
kind
tower
of
has fallen.
lackluster. And we said this, or I've said this before about the Ember. It just sometimes feels like you don't add that much after 10 minutes.
Dire structures are fortified.
Axe, I believe, showing off that
Dire's
blink.
top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, not finding a kill with it. Nobody following that up. And that was smoke used, and now smoke picked up here by the Lich. I think LSF or LFS looking for their opportunity to go in on a smoke now. Do they have a blink on the Centaur? No, they don't. But they'll have Stampede, so they could close the gap regardless. Maelstrom finished on the Jug. Let's see if they attempt for this smoke now that they back off. Yeah, there it is. Don't go back to base.
Marks the spot.
Although bottom, they might be looking for Ori. They've got Yang nearby with the Blink Dagger to try and turn this around if it does go poorly. And here they go, Remnant forward. They've got the Spirit Vessel. Omni Slash coming in. Chain Frost committed too. Blink Call. That'll hit onto the Jug, but there's the Sinister Gaze. They'll get the kill into the Jug anyway. Now looking for more with the Dust used. It'll spot the Lich as well as the Ember. Ember trying to run. Telekinesis comes up. PYW slams him down, and there's the dunk from Yang.
Industry. Now be kindled.
Dire's top
So,
tower is under
2
attack.
kills there for Vici as they do get the kill in the Ori. They had a very nice start on that Kunkka.
Dire are
Trying
scared.
to put some pressure onto these towers. Let's see, what do they have here? Yang going to that BKB. Blink Dagger next for the Rubik. Assume something's coming here for Yang, and it will be the Hood. Kunkka's got that Radiance, so fights become a little bit different. And then you've got Undying, who's just the 5, looking to scrounge together any sort of farm. So, just farming these ancient camps. I've got the BKB ready on Eurus. Going into the Maelstrom next. But we'll see when Vici are ready and willing to commit. He smoked on the Undying. And then the Axe and the Rubik are also smoked as they come in through bottom.
For the twin.
2 bounty runes apiece. Meanwhile,
Dire's middle tower
the
is
Jug
under
is able to
attack.
escape, so the smoke won't land on anybody. They don't find anything. And they might want to just continue to push his tower.
Refuse gold given.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Towards top, wait, but doesn't catch anybody. Will steal the Blade Fury, but again, Yang a little bit short on that blink attempt and doesn't find anybody on the side of LFS. They back off successfully. They'll take out the Observer Ward though. A bit of gold then back for the Axe. But overall, I think you're pretty happy with that on looking for Smile. Now that you know you didn't die. And the more you can hold them back and try to find your own little bit of farm, I mean, you should be happy with it. Your Centaur, he's going into the Crimson Guard. Satanic this early for the Jug is nice.
Shot.
And, well, they've got the Blade Fury out from the Rubik. Chain Frost will be thrown. That'll get the kill on a PYW. The boat comes in. And it looks as though they'll lose the Lich. But again, a 1-for-1 where they're losing Lich is always okay. Leap forward, trying to get in range for that Rupture. The TP attempt out. No reason to throw it now as there's no TP stoppage coming in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Arrow hits on the Undying. Yay.
Radiant's top tower
It's a killing spree as they take a tier 1 tower top. They've got the Rupture out on the Zhuan. BKB will be popped at the right time. They try and finish off this kill on the Mirana. Will finally get it. The arrow hits on the Undying, so they trade 2 for 1. And a TP out from the Bloodseeker. Yang had gotten a kill off camera. And that was, in fact, on the Juggernaut. So it puts them back up 1,000 net worth. Now they've got Blade Mail on the axe. Vici just trying to find the next couple of items here. Bloodseeker got that Maelstrom. He's got that BKB. Take a look over the Kunkka. He wants BKB as well, and Undying would love to grab himself a Glimmer Cape, but the BKB from the Kunkka might just be enough for them to want to go. Meanwhile, Axe, Blink, Call, Blade Mail popped, Ember away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, BKB finally picked up here for the Kunkka. Again, maybe looking to initiate, but you need to have that Blink Dagger on the Centaur at some point. And you can use Stampede, you have Moonlight Shadow, they're all other ways in, but now they've caught him with the Call, and all of a sudden he's in a lot of trouble. The Torrent lands, the boat comes in. You know, a lot of this damage with the Crimson Guard pop, but they've got the Axe once again into the Blood Right. Arrow hits onto the Axe. Chain Frost bouncing around, doing a lot of damage. BKB's going to be popped here by the Bloodseeker, chasing after the Ember. Now changes his focus onto the Jug, throws the Rupture. Blade Fury, and the Call comes out, so they keep him close. Blood Right down again. Omni Slash bouncing around. Will get the kill onto the Axe, but with Telekinesis they will lift him up, and will eventually get the kill. Tombstone finally gone. Mirana will follow. Oh, yes, she will. And we'll see if they can grab any more as Lich trying to run. A couple more shots from the Bloodseeker will do him in. And now they'll find the Centaur once again, who will try to survive this all. Still quite tanky, but everybody here in no help this time.
That should help. Bounty.
Stampede getting used. That is from the Rubik.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
And after that fight, I mean, 6,000 net worth. Extend that lead from a 1K lead to 6K.
Oh, bounty.
And you see that Kunkka takes over that top of the net worth spot. Has that BKB down to 9 seconds. Still has that Radiance going into the AC.
Radiant's bottom tower
While
is under
Bloodseeker wants to
attack.
go Butterfly and is getting exactly that. There's Paparazzi, have Mjolnir going into the Butterfly. Again, items wise, should be pretty happy. Roche always available. This first Roche still there.
Radiant are
Arrow will
scanning.
hit on the axe, but what do you have to follow that up? Get that arrow there, but no follow-up to it, unfortunately. Long duration arrow, too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And we'll force the BKB with just the arrow. Could be happy about that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Rubik will actually steal the arrow. And what does he have in Arcane Supremacy? Level 4. So that becomes a 6 point something second arrow, which is just disgusting.
Vanish.
When you've got that kind of stun power, it really does become hard to play around.
Radiant's bottom tower
You know,
is
especially
under attack.
because you could telekinesis and you've got the blink dagger. So telekinesis, blink back, get the full duration arrow ready. And all of a sudden, you are really locked in. And probably dead. I don't really think you walk away from a stun like that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Just giving up towers here, looking for an opportunity to fight. They might eventually clash. Ori nearby. Arrow gets thrown. All of a sudden, X with the boat. They've got their own arrow, and like I said, you're stunting for a long time. They'll finally get the Culling Blade to come through, and the Rupture comes out. So take a look over. It is a Rupture onto the Centaur, and the chase is onto the Lich. Fable, arrow, landing again. Oh boy. And you just don't get out of this. Another Culling Blade comes in. It's a second kill. They'll take it to the tier 2 tower. Maybe even back up towards Roche. Ooh. Jug, caught, dead. And again, it just... You grab these couple of kills and all of a sudden you become 11, 12,000 net worth ahead and you're going to go for the Aegis. Back from the Jug. They know they need to go after this. Roche is low. They slide a fist in. Now they know they ejected from the pit. Jug trying to finish this. We'll see if they can. They've got the Rupture to come out. The arrow's going to be thrown, but it's into the BKB to Ori, and now the chase is on. They've got the boat coming through, trying to maybe take that Roche at the last minute. The Blade Fury once again. Yuri's trying to do as much damage as he can. Aegis going to be picked up by PYW. They also get the kill on it. They'll take out the Centaur. Chain Frost bouncing around, but not going to do enough. And now they look over the Lich. Sleight of Fist searing. Chains locks in too, and unable to blink and call. Let Lich get away, but now the Ember as well as the Jug fight back in and get themselves a kill on the D1.
Haste. Gold for my chest.
Much going down at the end of that.
Bounty.
14,000 net worth lead. You've got the Aegis ready here on the Rubik. Maybe not exactly who you wanted it to go on. B picked up here. Are setting up as they're going to smoke again. They're going to try and make their way over and finish off this game. I think they definitely have the potential to do so if they get a full team wipe. You have buyback on the Ember, but I don't really know how much that ends up being worth at the end of the day. Arrow coming through. Blink, Blade Fury from PYW. He's got the arrow stolen again. They've got Buell's boat coming in. And Centaur needs to be careful. Hoofstomp comes out, but the BKB is there from Eurus. Dominating here for Yang. And the chase is on. They'll get the kill. Stampede gets used, but they'll X back this Jug and get themselves a third. He doesn't have buyback for 100 seconds. So, again, this could just be it. Arrow comes in, that'll hit on the counter. They've also got the Spirit Fist that followed up. Chain Frost bouncing around, doing a lot of damage here to PYW, but it's got that Aegis. They'll take out the first life, and now, can they get anything more? No, they can't. Because they lose the Ember, they'll lose the Lich. He's dead for 70 seconds. They'll find the Mirana. They got the call. They'll get the kill. Everybody gone. GG is called. Vici will tie Ehome at the top of Group A. So Vici take a easy 2-0 there over Look for Smile, and they needed that to stay at the top of the bracket. There might be a tiebreaker between them and eHome. I believe that is happening immediately. Best of 1. I'm not exactly sure who's facing who, if I'm covering, what I'm covering, no idea. I'll ask. And, well, let's take a look at this Vici game real quick, as we see 10-1 and 10 from Paparazzi, 10-5 and 11 from Yang, 6-3 and 18 for Ori. DY involved in 21 kills of the 31 kills, and, well, PYW did his thing as well, involved in 20 and 31. So, I mean, Vici overall pretty much had it the entire time. Finally broke away towards the end when they took 2 consecutive fights and did well. And with that, we're done with these group stages and going into tiebreakers, so we'll be back in just a moment, potentially, with tiebreakers. Don't know what my schedule is going to be like, but I'm your caster, B-Cop. Sorry it's been so tired. I kind of blew my voice out casting the last couple days, and I don't want to really hurt it. So, and it's hard to kind of exert a lot. Just casting by myself right now is hard. I had a co-caster yesterday, and it was hard to find one for China today. I'm probably going to have one for the playoffs, so I definitely want to make sure I do. It's just very difficult to find anybody who's in the right time zone and wants to also cast. I mean, I cast out of NA, so I'm up throughout the night. It's always really tough. So we'll be back with tiebreakers in just a moment, potentially. Stay right there. I'm your caster, B-Cop, at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting and help me get that verification badge. We'll be right back.